Good morning, everybody. I thought to do something fun for today. I thought to bring back the old school tier lists that people used to do back in the day that were really popular, and just make a short tier list about some of the most toxic games that I've ever played, and rank their toxicity levels based on the community. Not just the game itself, but the community that plays these games. Now, I have personally selected only the type of games that I have experience with. I know there are more games out there that are toxic, but I don't play those games. These are the only ones that I personally have a genuine experience playing. And also, this is also, massive warning here. Personal opinion alert, okay? This is my opinion on these communities. Let's begin with the first one. Let's go backwards, actually. Rainbow Six Siege. I used to be quite the Rainbow Six Siege player back, like in 2016, 2017. And I'm gonna base my opinion based on those years. And I know not much has changed. The game isn't the worst, isn't as bad as it used to be, actually, because they have actually banned a lot of curse words in the chat. People aren't as toxic as they used to be, but still, it's a competitive shooter. You would expect it to be quite toxic. I don't consider this community to be as bad as the rest here of the FPS shooters. I think the Siege community is the least toxic out of all of the FPS I have listed in this list today. But it's still not that good. I remember a bunch of children screaming at me, "Oh, shoot this wall, do this." A lot of backseat gaming. Backseat gaming, I think, is the biggest problem with Rainbow Six Siege. And Counter-Strike too, but we're going to talk about those later. Six Siege, I think, is bad, but not Hiroshima type levels of bad. Neither Chernobyl. I think it's Radium. Let me actually explain this list we have here. Hiroshima is a nuclear explosion. You're dead. If you play this game, you're going to have real-life consequences to playing this game, genuinely. Chernobyl, the game is so insanely toxic that it will have a serious effect on your mental health. But once in a blue moon, you do get a decent, player base to play with. Radium is basically the middle of the pack, where it's toxic, I'd say 60% of the time, and the other 40% is fine. Uranium is the opposite. I'd say 60% of the time the community is nice and lovely, and 40% of the time community is toxic. And water is it's basically a really nice community. Spoiler alert, I don't think any of these games are going to make it to water or uranium, if I'm being honest. We'll see. Let's start with a really toxic one that most people don't mention. And I'm ready for the fanboys to come at me and dislike the video. Which I said, it's my opinion, okay? I'm not attacking any fan base. I'm not attacking anybody. That's me rating based on my experiences and my opinions how toxic and annoying some of these communities are. Fallout. Not Fallout New Vegas specifically. The Fallout series as a series. Now, the thing is, the reason I did put Fallout New Vegas here as a picture is because that specific community, the Fallout New Vegas fanboys, are the absolute fucking worst. They think their game is the greatest thing to ever be made in the history of humanity. They put this fucking above average game against anything. Like, oh, this is the greatest game to ever be made. No, the combat isn't shit and boring. You're shit and boring. They are incredibly aggressive towards any other fandom in the Fallout universe. Fallout 3 fanboys are just kind of chilling. They're not really saying much. Fallout 4 fanboys are trying to defend their game, saying, hey, the story is lacking, but the gameplay is good, which it is. And Fallout 76 fanboys don't exist. They don't exist. They're not there. Funny enough, the few Fallout 76 fanboys I've met are actually the best, I think, in this community. The most chill people. They know their game is shit, but they like playing it anyways. But yeah, Fallout New Vegas specifically, fanboys are insane people that I don't want to meet in real life. You guys are crazy, take a chill pill. Your game is not the greatest game ever made. People have different tastes, people have different opinions. Some people like the third one, some people like the fourth, some people like New Vegas. Stop attacking people based on their preference, for fuck's sake. You might say, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not attacking the game, I'm attacking the community, first of all. So I'm gonna put this Chernobyl very close to Hiroshima. But I'm pretty sure we all know what kind of games are going to be in this category. Next one, modern Call of Duty. I don't think I need to say much. This game is pure just poison. I'm going to put it in Chernobyl immediately. There isn't much of an explanation in this COD, because some of you might have noticed that there's something down here. That's also a Modern Warfare game. That's interesting. We'll see. We'll talk about it later. This is, yet again, not a specific title, but the modern variation of Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2018 and after, basically. I'm gonna put it in Chernobyl. Valorant. Valorant is 50% cringe. A bunch of people doing anime voices and pretending they're fucking funny and shit, trying to make TikToks, which is toxic by itself because it pisses you off. And the other 50% is the League community, which is pure poison. So this is our first nominator for Hiroshima levels of toxicity. Now here we go with the Dark Souls community. The Souls community. Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Demon Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. These people are not... they are obsessed. This community is obsessed with making the game as difficult as you possibly can. Seriously. Most of the fanatics, at least. The thing is, yeah, I'd say it's a 40-60. I'd say with the Dark Souls community, but it still exists. I'm not going to put it in Uranium. I don't think it's Uranium. No, I don't think it's Uranium. I'd say 50-50. There are so many hardcore try-harding sweats in this community that if you decide to play the game any differently than they do, they're going to judge you. Oh my god, you're summoning ashes in Elden Ring? How dare you? You're such a noob. Oh my god, you're playing the game the way you enjoy playing? No, you're not supposed to play the game the way you enjoy playing. You're supposed to play the game the way I enjoy playing, which is making it as difficult as possible. Newsflash for you, okay, boys? Newsflash for you, Dark Souls fans. Some people have lives. They cannot dedicate 5 hours trying to learn a boss's patterns in order to beat it, okay? Some people have lives. They have shit to do in their life. They have stuff to do. They have the jobs, family. They have shit to do. So they're not going to sit there and trying to learn a boss's attack patterns for 2 days straight. Same thing with Sekiro. Everyone is included. Every single game in here, every single fanboy of any of these games is basically the same levels of toxicity, I'd say. So it's going to go on the low tier of Radium for now. League of Legends. I don't think this needs an introduction. That goes up there. I don't think there's any human on this planet that is gonna disagree with me. GTA is mostly just filthy role players now that are just so... They just make their own servers to have a power trip. I'm sure if you've seen Soup videos. There's a guy named Soup. He uploads some pretty funny shit. So many of these children are just entitled little brats that just want to have a power trip. It's pretty shit, but I wouldn't say all of the community is bad. I'd say it's a 50-50. Again, because there is the single player community that just likes to play the story. Those guys are really cool. But there's also the online role-playing community. There's also the online... team deathmatch kind of community that just want to kill people and abuse the most overpowered items in the game. Yeah, this is gonna go in Radium. Dota 2, straight up there with League. I don't think it's as... Actually, recently I've had a lot of toxic people in Dota. I haven't had that many toxic people in League. recently, but Dota has been poison. Yeah, I'm gonna put this ahead of League. Elder Scrolls series. Here we go again. The Fallout boys and the Elder Scrolls boys are the same shit. More specifically, the Morrowind fanboys. They're basically the Fallout New Vegas fanboys. They're the same shit. They think their game is superior. Their shitty game about walking for 50 minutes to do one quest and then fucking attacking things that you miss constantly. Fucking garbage. The gameplay shit. But I'm not gonna judge the game on it. The game has the best atmosphere out of all of them. But yeah, the same criticism I'll give this game to the Fallout New Vegas fanboys. Morrowind fanboys just think their game is the greatest shit ever, and they're gonna just attack viciously anybody who disagrees. And I think they're delusional. Personal opinion, Morrowind is one of the worst games you can play. Oblivion, Daggerfall, Skyrim, even Elder Scrolls Online, I'd rather play that than Morrowind. With its dice roll mechanics, you can't hit anything. Stupid mechanics. Outdated. Those mechanics were outdated even 10 years before this game came out. And this game came out like in 2003, I believe. So, yeah. This shit is going to Chernobyl. Right next to Fallout. CSGO is just filled with a bunch of Russian children. It's just... There isn't that much restriction in the language of these games, which is why I'm going to put it ahead of League of Legends. Because League of Legends is toxic, but people do get punished when they talk shit. They get banned. They get chat restrictions. CSGO, I have never seen that shit, mostly because there's voice chat. Same thing with Dota. There's voice chat, and it's really difficult to ban somebody off voice chat. So I'm going to put CSGO ahead of League here. Gmod, I wouldn't say they're toxic, but I'd say they're just degenerate. So I'm going to put them into mid. I don't think they're bad. Are they as bad as Dark Souls? I think they are as bad, yeah. Rust. I knew from the moment I made this list, the moment that I thought of this list, that Rust would be number one. This game makes everything else in Hiroshima tier look funny, look tame in comparison. The amount of toxicity and racism in this game is insane. It is funny sometimes, but most of the times it's just dumb. And nothing's being done about it, really. So, that is staying number one. But there is a close second that's coming up. Modern Warfare 2, back from 2009. Anyone who was alive back then, because I know some of you watching might not be were not alive back then, or maybe you were infants. But anyone who was of a certain age that could play this game, you all know the insanity and also hilarity, that is a word by the way, screw you, of Modern Warfare 2 from back in 2009. This goddamn game is crazy. It's almost as bad as Rust, I'd say. Every single lobby was filled to the brim with people just arguing over and over and over again. Like 9 out of 10 lobbies you would have people screaming. And 10 out of 10 lobbies you would have people insulting each other. I highly recommend you Google or type in YouTube Modern Warfare 2 2009, the old Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, and see some of the clips. It's hilarious. I'ma keep it up there next to Rust. Phasmophobia is the only one that's gonna go to water, honestly. I haven't had many bad interactions with... Actually, no, Uranium, I'd say. The only bad people here are the tryhards that if they see you're low level, they're gonna assume you're shit and kick you. And there aren't that many of them. There's a very small amount of these people. I wouldn't say it's pretty bad. I mean, if you see some of my videos made on it, it is pretty tame compared to everything else here. Now, this is gonna change. That needs to be first. Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1. This shit deserves to be Hiroshima tier. Overwatch, my experience, has actually been the worst one. I'm trying to go with personal bias for this list, but if I'm being honest, some of these I'm taking influence from the general fame, infamy, I should say, of the game. Everybody knows about League. I haven't had that many bad interactions in League, to be fair with you. League has cleaned up quite well this past few years. There aren't that many toxic people. There still are. It deserves Hiroshima, don't get me wrong, but there are not as many. The game in this entire list that I have had the most abuse thrown out to me is Overwatch. It's a cesspit of just terrible people. If you make the tiniest mistake, there's going to be hell to pay. Never join a voice chat in this game. It's just screaming 1,000 times out of 10. It's just screaming. This game is dog shit. That's why it's dying. The community is terrible, toxic as fuck. The devs are shit and they have ruined the game. There's no reason to play this game. Just play anything else. Anything else. Play Tetris. It's better than playing Overwatch. My personal opinion, Overwatch is the worst one on this list. So, this was the list. I apologize for my ranting. This wasn't a scripted video. This came out, all of this entire video came out of my heart. Some of the words I was saying might have been jumbled around, and I apologize. When I get hyped, I mix my words together, and it sounds kind of bad. So if you didn't understand anything at some points, I apologize for that. Regardless, this is my tier list on the most toxic games. Number 1 is Rust. It goes from left to right on every category. Some of these may have surprised you. Actually, I might make a change. There you go. Because I just feel Fallout New Vegas fanboys are just that shit. They are the most insufferable people ever. You can literally sit there, enjoy yourself playing a game. Any game. Oh, I'm playing Cyberpunk. It's so nice. And they'll be like, that's shit. In Fallout New Vegas, that doesn't happen. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. You like New Vegas. We get it. The game is good. It's a good game. But you like it a little bit too much. Shut up. Let me enjoy it. Let me enjoy another game. For fuck's sake. Go play your New Vegas with the worst fucking hit detection ever. Go do that, bro. Let me enjoy my Cyberpunk, for fuck's sake. It doesn't have that many quests that are deep. Neither does New Vegas, but whatever. That's another conversation for another time. Anyways, this video has been going on for long enough. Thank you guys for watching this stupid rant I just made. I'm not sure why I made it, but I just felt like it. And hope you guys have a nice day.